As images spread of new coronavirus checks around the world, the nation's top health officials said the American public is not at risk for an outbreak, and 20 airports across the country will screen passengers for the virus.
What we're doing is expanding our activities to 20 quarantine stations and really building on our regular day-to-day activities at those quarantine stations.
Dulles is one of those 20 airports with quarantine stations run by the CDC. Facilities where travelers can be checked, then sent to a hospital or told to stay confined to a home. But when we checked in with Dulles today, an airport spokesperson told us they haven't heard anything about what they should do. Quote, "We have no time frame on when we may begin screening here at Dulles. As of now, we have not gotten any word that the CDC plans advanced health screenings."
And that's what we're going to be doing here, identifying ill travelers returning from China so that we can make sure that they're appropriately treated so that they don't pass on this illness to others.
But at this point, there are no changes at the region's gateway to China and no answers from the CDC why Dulles is still in the dark.
The only adjustment we know for sure at Dulles is that United announced it's going to end its 13-hour direct flight from Dulles to Beijing on Saturday until the outbreak is contained. Mike Valerio, WUSA 9.